Hey everyone, this is Squab. So I thought I'd start our first video with something I'm relatively comfortable with, and that's just a whey protein review. This is Cellucor's Cor-Performance Whey. They claim it's fast digesting 100% protein. I haven't really noticed a difference between any other whey protein I've had, and I've had quite a few different brands. This is the peanut butter marshmallow flavor, by far the best flavor for a whey protein I've ever had. It's delicious. If that doesn't sound appealing to you, I still urge you to possibly try it because it is very good. This is the 26 serving, so it's the small one. Pretty expensive. I got it from GNC, it was sort of a serendipitous purchase. I normally don't buy my subs from GNC because I do think they're quite expensive. This being a pretty good example, this was like $29 for 26 servings, so yeah, more than $1 per serving, which is not great. Nutritional wise, 25 grams of protein, sort of your typical 130 calories, 4 carbs, which is a little bit lower than actually a lot of wheys. Usually most of them are 5, even higher, so 1 less gram, I guess, if you're real concerned about that. You can read the rest of the nutritional stuff yourself, but it's pretty typical, just whey protein stuff. Key thing here, they kind of call it a whey protein matrix, which is whey protein isolate and whey protein concentrate. They don't really list, the proportion of that, so if I had to guess, I'd say it's probably more concentrate than isolate, just because it's, it is what it is. But I think if you're real concerned about that, then maybe you want to get another brand or try a different thing else. Try something else, because I just feel that this is probably a lot more concentrate than isolate. But I haven't had any problems with it. Sits well with me. Tastes great. So they say to mix 1 scoop with 6 to 12 ounces of water. 6 is pretty low, I think, and I usually fill up my blender bottle, which is more than 12, but I just put in 12 ounces of water. I just put a scoop in before I started this video, and this is a blender bottle with the little mixer in it, so this is a pretty good example of how well it mixes. So I'll just go ahead and shake it up. And like I said, this is definitely the best tasting protein I've had. I've had a number of different brands. This is the first Cellucor one I've had, and it hasn't disappointed me as far as taste goes, so I'll potentially rebuy it. Just, I guess, if I can find a good deal on it somewhere, because I really don't want to pay the price that I paid for it at GNC. So, sorry, the camera's probably shaking while I mix this up, but alright, so now go ahead and open it up. Probably can't see in it, can't really see through this very well, but you just have to trust me. I'll go ahead and drink it, and we'll just see. Yeah, so I just took a pretty good gulp of that. Pretty good mixability. There's a few chunks, maybe I could have mixed it for a little bit longer, plus I did have it sitting in the water when I started the video before, so possibly maybe that's why it's clumped up a little bit, but relatively clump free. Like I said, it's a really, really good tasting. It's the peanut butter marshmallow. It's a really good flavor. And this is with water. I usually will put, sometimes I'll have milk with it instead of water if I want something a little more calorically dense. But it's pretty good with water, but of course it's always going to be better with milk. In fact, this is delicious with milk. So yeah, overall I'd say it's a pretty solid protein. I guess if I had to rate it, the flavor alone is, the flavor has got to be a 9 out of 10 for me. Could be just a tinge better. I wouldn't want to say it's perfect, but it's a really good flavor. The quality seems to be decent. It doesn't upset my stomach. I don't seem to have any problems digesting it or anything. So I'd probably go with about an 8 out of 10, just because they don't really talk about, or the whole question of what, is it isolate, is it concentrate? They don't really talk about that. I don't really like that. I wish they would just specify. But overall, good product. If you're looking for something, this is one that you could possibly get. Again, this is Cellucor's Cor-Performance Whey, and that's it.